more bees. Hi,
Oh, wow.
madams.
Hello, Henry. What are we doing?
We're heading to Pagewood. I know, I've never been to Pagewood either.
Neither.
So Pagewood is down near the airport, which is on the south side of Sydney. I got a call from the homeowner. He's got bees in the wall of his bathroom, behind tiles. So that's going to be the difficulty in this one. He says he can feel the heat of the bees. That's the brood chamber at 35 degrees. He can feel the heat of the bees across an area at least 1 square meter, if not 2 square meters. So we have a good idea of where they are. He's hoping that we're going to be able to save the tiles. I'm not optimistic, but we'll see what we can do. We're just circling through the city, the Harbor Bridge and the Opera House. On the right-hand side here was an apartment building that a couple months ago during swarm season got a call. And up on the 15th floor, there's a swarm, a classic swarm, hanging loose from their balcony. And what's even stranger is that it was the second time that bees have come to that exact same balcony.
What?
It's very bizarre. And it's not unheard of for bees to swarm back to the same spot, but 15th floor apartment, very odd.
This is the entrance. The bees are coming through. You can see how it's quite discolored in brown, almost black where they're coming in. That's a sign that the bees have been coming here for a long time. I suspect this is more than a couple years worth. This here, underneath the window, is where we expect to find the bees. Alright, so far so good. Tiles are coming off reasonably easily. The plan is to pull all the tiles off first, and then we're going to treat it like a normal bee job where we pull off the whole panel. Okay, so the wall is clear, but before we pull off the cement board, we're going to drill some holes and use this endoscope to figure out exactly what's where in the wall, so we know how far across to cut where the studs are and where the bees are. The bees are slowly leaking out, but so far they're friendly. They don't, not being aggressive at all. Might have to get the smoker out soon. Better to smoke them before they get angry. First bite.
Oh no!
Second bite.
Oh no!
Okay. Always makes me a little bit nervous lighting a fire inside somebody's house.
So Henry, moving to a power saw, is that called machoing out or whipping out?
It's definitely going to be less of a workout for me. I mounted this piece of wood on here so the blade doesn't go too deep into the honeycombs. There's lots of them.
Oh, goodness me.
What's happening here? Yeah. So what we can see here is this is drone brood. So when we commented that we could feel heat all the way at the bottom, that's actually the case. We've got drone brood all the way down here, which is strange that we're only seeing drone brood and not worker brood. Looks like, yeah, there's worker brood up here. You can see that it's kind of flatter and smoother. But down here, these tall pointy ones are males. Those are females. So for a moment there I was thinking, oh, maybe the queen hasn't been here lately because the drones, the males, take longer to hatch out. And we've also got what looks like queen cells. These here are queen cells, but they're open, so they're not actually making a queen. But we're late in the season now, late January, almost February. So this in Sydney would be a very late time of the year to be raising queens. All right, as long as we're here, I'm going to open another panel. One, two, three.
Wow.
It's not too bad. It came out reasonably cleanly. 100% honey. 100% honey up here. That's all honey. It looks like the general brood chamber is in here. So this is all good honey, absolutely pure. We'll just strain the wax out of it. We'll crush it and strain it, and then we'll sell it as wall honey, making it very clear that this has come directly from somebody's wall, so we're not misrepresenting it. And people have come back to me after after they've bought wall honey and specifically asked, don't I have some more of the batch of wall honey? Because sometimes this doesn't look too old, but this other honey further up here is very old. I'm guessing that's at least 2 years old, and could easily be 5 years old based on how dark the entryway was. And it definitely tastes rich and kind of earthy. And one reason I think for that is that originally the bees, the nest would have only been that big. They would have put pollen in here, they would have put brood in here, and then they've moved down. So this is honey that's backfilled cells that previously had babies and pollen. So it's almost like putting whiskey into old wine barrels. And it takes on some of that flavor. Definitely not a clean taste, but it'd be an interesting taste. Now this honey here is immature. It's all nectar. So we'll still save this, but we'll serve this back to the bees. And we'll let them reprocess it.
How can you tell that it's not mature?
Because you can see it's still shiny and it's not capped.
Ah.
None of that's capped. So we don't want to lose this resource. We don't want to waste the effort that the bees have put into this. So we'll crush it, we'll strain it, and we'll feed it back to the bees. So now we've got this section here which is nice brood. We want to try to save that for the bees. I know a lot of people use rubber bands in this situation. I find pre-placing coat hangers works really well. Just like that. And the bee just stung me through the rubber glove.
Oh, no.
That's unfortunate. So here it's gotten contaminated when I cut it. So we'll put that in the bin. Beautiful deep comb. Wow. That's a crazy deep one. I'd like to save it, but that won't even fit inside a takeout tub. Save it as cut comb, that is. We'll definitely. Okay. This is the best part of doing bee jobs, is the wonderful hosts that take pity on us around dinner time and put on these incredible spread of meatballs and this incredible pasta salad. I think it's safe to assume it's going to be delicious, and we've worked up an appetite anyway. So she'll be right. How are you feeling, Amy?
I'm feeling very excited about this dinner. Very.
Yeah. Is it going to take your mind off the couple stings you
The
got?
pain.
Yes.
It will for a short period of time, and then we'll be back in the bathroom, and it's happening all over again.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think we've got 80% of the bees now.
Well, you've captured them.
Did you get the queen bee? Not yet?
Hard to know if we've got the queen bee. We cut out some pieces of brood and put them onto frames, and things went bad
Oil or truffle oil.
when we opened the hive to put those frames of brood into the main hive where we're collecting the bees.
Right.
And a lot of bees came out at that time, and that's why
Got
they were a bit angry and we got stung. But
So I just put a little bit.
but those bees
As much as you like.
will now either cluster around that box. If the queen is in there, they'll cluster around the vents on the box,
Gonna get him.
trying to get to their queen.
Yeah.
If they all go back onto the wall, that suggests that we haven't gotten the queen yet.
Oh, right.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah,
brilliant. That's
Yeah.
how you work it all out.
yeah. Oh, wow.
Okay, so we are just back from dinner with the lovely Andrew and Jenny, I believe. And we are going to collect some more of these bees. So we have some bees clustering around the lights, some on the walls. We have some clustering around the box.
After a fantastic dinner with Jenny and Andrew, we came back, we tied it up a little bit, we sucked up all the bees that were clustered on the lights, and so now we got to pull off this last quarter. The bees are in this other side here, hopefully not too deep. It's getting a bit late, all the bees will be back from foraging. It's about 8:30 p.m. It's pretty quiet outside. So it's been a good run so far, but we've still got a couple more hours to go. And we'll keep pushing on. We still got to vacuum all the bees that escaped into their bedroom. So that's going to take a little while hunting down the last of the lost bees. So the night is still young. I'm not sure where to start with this one. It's actually kind of unique. Most of the time I'm dealing with wallboard, just gyprock. But this time it's cement board, which is much tougher, and it hasn't broken on me yet. There's one section where it was actually jointed, and a piece came off. I think there's a joint in here somewhere. Probably maybe on over here. Maybe there's a joint running through here. So I wouldn't be surprised if this breaks in two, but that's not really breaking. Yeah, here's that joint. Might use that to our advantage if we can. There we go. A few more bees hiding out on us. Oops. Right after I clean the floor and everything. Oh, this whole piece is ready to fall off.
Oh.
That was all solid bees. Oh, that's an insane number of bees. Alright, so what was your trick to doing this? Let's bring it out. Alright, so at least the bees have settled in. I see that as a good sign. Good sign that the queen might be inside here. This is not a perfect system, but it's all we got. Oh! Are you having fun yet?
Oh my gosh, I'm sweating!
You might just be a couple kilos lighter at the end of this.
Yeah, definitely.
How many stings are you up to now?
It's like when we walked in here. When we walked in here, I had been stung once ever on one job. I would say tonight I've been stung at least 20 times. At least 20. At least 20.
10, 50,
So many times.
20!
I've been stung all over my body. Everywhere. Everywhere.
Oh,
These bees are crazy.
you've heard,
Pagewood. Pagewood is a naughty suburb for bees, turns out.
Oh, I don't want to freak you out, but you got a couple on your head.
Yeah, I got a bee crown. So do you, Henry.
Yeah.
So do you.
Yeah, oh, it's all the rage.
So Henry, what are you losing?
Oh,
You losing the oomph?
I'm losing the oomph.
Yeah.
My blood sugar is crashing.
Yeah.
I need to eat some honey.
Even though we were fed a very nice dinner.
Yes, that went a long way towards keeping me well.
Oh, these bees, so many bees. So many bees.
So it's pushing 11 o'clock, and we're pretty well spent.
What time did we get here?
We started here at 4 o'clock. 4 in the afternoon till 11 p.m., two of us, and but got the job done. And this is the way we agreed with the homeowner. Normally, I would patch everything back together again, but he's got other plans for this wall. But obviously, they were having a grand old time expanding in this cavity, and they love it. So a lot of houses in Sydney, this house is about 40 years old, a lot of houses in Sydney don't have any insulation. So this gap where the stud work is, and then the gap for the drainage plane is a pretty nice cavity for the bees, and they certainly made themselves at home here. The job is done. We're heading home. Well, I'm heading to drop off the bees. I don't think I want
want to wake up to the bees in the car, which has happened before. Anyway, what do you think, Amy? What was the best part of the job for you?
Best part is always dinner with the family.
Yeah.
Because we've had some really good times with the
Yeah.
families that we get to meet when we
Yeah.
do these jobs.
No, they put on a delicious meal for us. That was really good. Super grateful for that. And obviously kept us going for the second half of the job as well.
Big night.
So that was good. All right. And apart from a bee stinging you just moments ago,
Right here.
which is pretty rough.
In the car, right
She
here.
didn't even scream or anything,
Mm-mm.
which was very brave.
Henry said, "Did it get you?" And I was like, "Yes, but it's okay." Because I am brave.
Yes. I don't want to freak you out, but there's another bee right there.
Ugh.
It's
My worthy
as a driver, I
adversaries.
just have to like zen through it, even
You
if
do.
it bites me on the eyeball.
Yeah.
It's stinging you right there. Ah, see that? Karate chop. Problem solved. she just presented herself in the wrong spot, wrong time. Sorry, honey. Anyway, it was quick. It was very quick.
It was quick.
And safety first.
It was fair.
Yep.
All right.
Anyway, great job. Thank you, Amy,
Thank
for
you,
enduring
Henry.
this with me.
Thank you, Henry. All right. Signing off.
Whoa, 2 at once.
Yay!
Ding, 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 bonus score.
Don't break them as you put them down.
Oh, our first bee.
Hello, buddy.